consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Body Supreme, Body Supreme, Body Supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got time to open that purple. Got model bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexing. I'm on phone, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies. The movies. Look at the people.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
White is supreme. White is supreme. White is supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple. Got mad bitches.
These are facts.
I'm wearing Reynolds, Rexy. I'm having fun, just sexting. My
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at the Oscars. Look at the groupies.
Check, check, mic check.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
White is supreme. White is supreme. White is supreme. Flex, flex, now I'm flex. Got cans open that purple.
Check, check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. We are live. Welcome everybody. Happy Monday. Happy May 4th. May the 4th be with you. How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well, except for my back. My back is killing me. I pulled a muscle in the gym over the weekend. But such is life. What else is new? Icy's back hurts from carrying. AE in the building. What is going on, brother? Good to see you. Happy Monday. We are back for a very, very exciting stream. We've got the return of Doppel Games series number 2. It turned out that Kim K won the entire bracket of series 1 and was the first champion of Doppel Games Texas Gold'em Poker. This, of course, is their AI versus AI prediction market gaming platform, which I'm super excited to be hosting and reacting and kicking off the tournament 1 bracket of season 2. Did I say that right? We've got Doppel Ronaldo going against Doppel Theo Von, and we have their new prediction market platform live, at least on testnet. So we're going to be able to check that out. Very, very exciting. Quick reminder for everyone, if this is your first time tuning in, my name is Icy Gaming. This is a Gaming Daily, Icy Gaming Daily live stream. Welcome. You made it. Shout out to everybody on Blaze. Shout out to everybody on Twitch. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Very grateful to have y'all here. Let me get the Blaze chat up just so we don't miss anything. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's take a look at the bracket. Actually, let's start there. So the Series 2 bracket is now live. We've got new Doppel gamers. We got Cristiano Ronaldo, Theo Von. That is match number 1 that we are shoutcasting today. Tomorrow, they will have Michael Saylor versus Doppelganger Greta Thunberg. Very exciting. Who's going to win? And we don't have the other competitors announced yet, so we'll have to stay tuned for that, but that's very exciting. We've got the Texas Gold'em platform. You can go to gold'em.trade and see their website and their platform. Still early, still in development, but here is today's matchup. Series number 2, the opening round. Cristiano Ronaldo. There we go. It took a minute. I can't say this name. Cristiano Ronaldo versus Theo Von. My goodness. The tournament will be going live very, very soon, and you can view the prediction markets on Cash Market. Click the above button, select the agent you predict will win, type the dollar amount of your prediction, click post on X, because you know we need that X juice, and then you can get a formatted tweet there. And there you go. There's the whole platform. If you want to see the Series 1 results, you want to get some past history of the player performance, you can go see Kim Kardashian beat Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer beat Barack Obama in poker, of course. Kim Kardashian winning against Barack Obama. Jim Cramer beating out Donald Trump. Barack Obama in the losers bracket beating out Donald Trump. And then Kim Kardashian going up against Jim Cramer in the finals. Very, very cool. What is super cool about this is, okay, well, first, before we get there, here is the Cash.bot prediction market where you can see what's going on here. Let me maybe minimize my camera just a little bit. You can see the odds right now. Cristiano Ronaldo, 57% chance to beat out Theo Von with $21,000 being traded on this market. I think that this is testnet, so take that for what you will. Very cool platform. This is my first time seeing it and interacting with it. You can set up an account here. Pretty straightforward prediction markets. And you can see the past there. So they were like 50-50. And then as more information came, people really started favoring Cristiano Ronaldo. You've got your portfolio here, which I have $0. I haven't put anything in yet. You can earn, you can stake and do all that stuff. There's a bunch of FAQs over there. You can see other people on the platform, which is cool, and their P&Ls, which of course, standard prediction market stuff. Let me go back to our series here. What's cool? Okay, so this is what makes this platform really cool, is that these AI agents are actually based off of their personalities. So you can go here and learn all about, Cristiano Ronaldo. I think I said it right there. The big 5 personality traits, and then his poker playing style. He is tight aggressive with very high post-flop aggression, consistency, tenacity, resilience, and creativity when involved. Sounds like Ronaldo to me. He would be selective pre-flop, discipline first, seize initiative, and apply relentless pressure when entering into pots, use dramatic creative lines selectively, rarely be pushed off hands, embodying the same calculated excellence, mental toughness, and charismatic flair that define his athletic career. High positive effect would further energize his proactive, enthusiastic table presence. What's not to love about Cristiano Ronaldo, the poker player? But he is going up against comedian, savant, brilliant Theo Von. Theodore Capitani. Damn, what a name, dude. Theodore Capitani von Kronatowski III. Amazing. Okay. We got to get his poker profile because I don't know when we are live. We might be going live soon. Oh, there's a minute countdown. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So Theo Von produces a loose, creative, socially engaging, but relatively passive and emotionally cautious style. He would be the fun, chatty, unorthodox player who's in a lot of pots, loves creative lines and seeing showdowns, but avoids heavy confrontation or relentless pressure. Theo plays a loose, passive, creative, tricky, showdown-oriented style with big personality at the table. So this background really gives you some insight into the players, into the AI agent, how the agent is designed. And then you can use that information to maybe inform your predictions, your speculations on the poker match, which is super interesting, super cool. I will say it is still early on the platform. And so they are using this AI versus AI poker game mechanic to run their simulations and ultimately train their models and their protocol, which is fascinating. So some of the criticisms that I've been laying in the first match of watching them play is not necessarily fair, because the truth is that the engine, if you will, is still learning. It's being designed and built right now in real time, and we are actually reacting to it, which is also really fun. We get to see how this is going to be built in public. So I say all that, guys, the match is going to get started in a few minutes. I need to know, who are you voting for? Who do you think is going to win, Ronaldo or Theo Von? The tight, aggressive, creative, competitive champion that is Ronaldo, or the very funny, the very creative, interesting, his brain works in mysterious ways, but he's a genius, Theo Von? Let me know in the comments. What do you got, Theo or Ronaldo? I got to be honest, guys. I'm going Ronaldo. I don't think like a competitor, the competitor that Ronaldo is, like, who do you think wants to win more, Ronaldo or Theo Von? You know, now Theo Von could get lucky. Anything could happen. And so that's the beauty of poker. That's the beauty of Texas Hold'em. Let's check in with our host today, Stilts and Atari, and see what they're talking about.
But the other unique element of this is that humans aren't playing it. Instead, AI agents are.
Yeah.
These are parodies of famous personalities. And they do not, we're not teaching them how to play poker, actually. They're teaching themselves by playing thousands and thousands of hands of poker against one another. So they're kind of figuring out how to play poker, how to win poker from first principles, but they're also making personality-based decisions. So even though sometimes it seems like all of the AI are doing the same things, these will not be. They're going to make personality-driven decisions based upon those famous personalities. Now, last week, Isaac, founder, who's taking a nice break this week, mentioned that we were going to do some updates to the agents. We had them play another, I think it's 100 million hands, to make them a little bit smarter. Didn't quite get that merged by time today, so that will be in tomorrow. But what we have today is, of course, some new agents, which you can place predictions on. So if you go to golden.trade, you can see all of the information for placing predictions on our new agents, which we'll speak about in a minute. But yeah, that's how that goes. What else did I miss there before we go in today's match?
Well, one of the only other things is I would say to make sure you go and visit doppelgames.co, the website for Doppel Games, as well as follow at doppelgamesco here on Twitter, because if you want any of the updates regarding, even additional information like what you've been provided here today, things like the brackets and what is being set up, further updates on when we actually do transition to full mainnet with cash, which once again we're about to get into talking about as well, so that there's real money being traded, as well as just general updates on anything that we're actually doing with Texas Hold'em or the Doppel agents in general. So yeah, be sure to go and follow both of those. You can sign up for the waitlist on doppelgames.co to get informed on the very, very specific details at specific times. But other than that, yeah, I think that pretty much covers it for the go and follow us side.
Fantastic. See, I would have forgotten that. That's why it's good there's two of us. Okay, let's go ahead and get into today's match. So this is the opening match of Series 2 between Doppel Cristiano Ronaldo and Doppel Theo Von.
Let's get it.
So entirely new agents with different play styles. We have a famous footballer on one side and a comedian on the other. This is in the upper bracket still, so the loser of this match will not be eliminated. They will go down to the lower bracket, aka the losers bracket, whereas the winner will progress through the upper or the winners bracket. Oh yes, exactly. Thank you. So you can see here, this is today's match of Ronaldo and Theo Von. Tomorrow we will have two other new agents, Doppel Michael Saylor and Doppel Greta Thunberg, who will also have fresh new playstyles that we can discuss. But speaking of new playstyles, Atari, you went through and did some reading, some research on the playstyles of these two agents. How do they play the game?
Yeah, so what you're going to probably come to expect, I think that we are going to likely see drastically different play styles here in how these guys approach things. First with Cristiano. He is what is known as a high-frequency barreler. That means that if he feels confident in his hand, or even confident that his bluff is going well, you're likely going to see him put himself as far into betting as he can on not just the flop, but also the turn, and then also the river, which is why he's a barreler, which is meant to try and, kind of demonstrate a little bit of his athleticism, just as you would kind of, assume that if he were to get a breakaway while he's playing football, that he would just keep going. If you're already up, why stop? Why turn away? If you feel like you have good momentum, you keep going strong. He also has a habit of overbetting, which means that he will likely be seen when he is confident, not just going and betting frequently, but betting more than the pot's value every single time that he sees an opportunity to, which will be in great contrast to what we will see out of Theo Von, because as you can kind of hear, Doppel Cristiano is a very aggressive, very strong player. He's got a lot of strategy behind what he's going to be trying to do. Whereas Doppel Theo is much more of a passive player. He is kind of seen playing for the fun of it, just trying to kind of, be part of the group, essentially. He's not here to be competitive. He doesn't have much, of an ability to play super strategically outside of doing a little bit of donk betting, which is essentially where you'll see him, maybe if he feels confident, maybe he's having a little bit of fun with it. You might see him when he is out of position on the big blind, betting after the flop bets have already come through. So that's pretty much it. The only thing you might see is if he's really confident, he might bet pre-flop, but most of the time he's going to be limping in and limping through the rest of the game, calling as often as possible. He doesn't really ever fold. He kind of likes to play it out, but if too much pressure is applied, he just might fold.
Interesting.
So we got some pretty polarizing play styles, I would say here.
Yeah, that's really interesting, and I think it looks like the markets maybe they have more faith in Ronaldo's play style. Maybe they just like Ronaldo better.
Let's see where the market's at. $22,000
because right now Ronaldo's up in the
60-40,
60-40. Quite a lot of prediction market activity on today's, which is very, very cool. But I don't know. I guess my gut would be to go with Ronaldo. Maybe it's just because I know more about the guy, but a competitor is a competitor, right? Like you get in, you're good in one sport, you're not necessarily going to be good at another, but it feels like a good way to go about it, right?
Yeah, I would tend to agree with that. I do as well think we're going to see, if I'm being completely honest, I think it's going to be a blowout for Ronaldo most of the time, but who knows? Maybe there's some times where just playing passively will work out. But Ronaldo is so ultra aggressive that
also all of this is on chain, by the way, which
Theo
is super
get
cool.
A little bit scared off because it's not completely impossible to have him kind of run away from the fight. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And it looks like we're about to get to see that.
13 hands.
Exactly,
Do you think this is going to go over or under 13 hands? All right, I'm going to mute our hosts here so that we can lock in. Let's see. Let me maybe put my screen. Where do I want to put my screen? Probably down. I guess maybe here. I guess maybe this is like the better reaction point. Or I can even be over here, which is good. Okay, we've muted the guys. Let's get a little bit of background music going. Let's see if this is good music. Let's see. Okay, chill little vibe. I like that. Maybe it's a little too loud. Move that down a little bit. Ooh, 2 pair. First hand for Theo Von. Ronaldo doesn't really have much of anything. Let me know if the music's a little too loud. Ice and Dark in the building. Good morning. It is early or late for you, my brother. Welcome. All right, I think the background music's just a little too loud. We'll turn that down. Okay, we got that going down. Okay, Theo Von is just checking 2 pair here. Ronaldo doesn't know it, but he can't win. Why is he showing 64% to win the hand? That doesn't seem right. I think that's a bug. That might be a little bit of a bug. Theo's going to bet the pot on the river. Good bet. Ronaldo's going to call with 7 high. He has not learned his lesson yet. Calling with 7 high. Not a great call, but nice first hand for Theo Von with the 2 pair. Ooh, the blinds are going to increase every 5 hands. I did not know that. Okay, that's very interesting. They almost treat it like a tournament, if you will. We got King 8 versus Queen 10. Theo's going to limp on the button. Queen 10 heads up. Very good hand. King 8 is also a good hand. King high is pretty good. That's a big raise from Ronaldo. 126 chips. And if you're Theo Von, he's thinking about it. I mean, typically, you would not call this. But Theo Von is a savant, and he does make the call. And we're going to go to a flop. This is going to be a very interesting flop. Huge pot already. Deuce, deuce, ace. King high is good. Ronaldo's going to check it. You would think that Theo would probably check behind as well. Theo's going to bet into it. Interesting. Very small bet. Ronaldo should call. But again, the interesting thing here is seeing what the AI agent does. And you really have no idea what they're going to do. They're going to be so unpredictable. So unpredictable. I mean, a lot of these tournaments don't go more than like 15 hands, which is really interesting. So we've got a big pot here. Anything can happen. 7 on the turn doesn't change anything. Ronaldo still with the best hand. Theo Von's going to be looking for a queen or a 10 on the river. A king on the river is going to make Ronaldo feel really good about his hand. He does check it though. This is a big pot. Ooh, big bluff from Theo Von. Oh, this is a great bluff. I love the bluff. Ronaldo is in such a tough spot with the king. He makes the call. Ronaldo gonna win a massive pot. 618 chips going to Ronaldo. He sniffed out the bluff from Theo Von. Very interesting, creative bluff from Theo. Honestly, I love the bluff. I think in that spot, you kind of have to bet big if you want to win it. And if Ronaldo doesn't have a king there, then Theo probably takes that down. It probably works. So Theo just got a little unlucky that he had the king there. But at the same time, you have to think that Ronaldo raised so big pre-flop. So if you're Theo Von, like, you would think he'd have an ace or a king. Or like a pocket pair. Like he could do that with, pocket 8s, pocket 9s. Like a weird, or like a really small pocket pair, like 4s or 5s. That's why you would raise so much and be weird. Theo Von's got the Robbie, the Jack 4. We call that the Robbie. Ronaldo called with 9-3 suited. He's going to flop a flush draw and a straight draw. Any club or a 10 will give him a straight or a flush. Theo Von is going to have the best hand with a pair of jacks. They're both going to check the flop. Ace on the turn. Theo Von has some work to do if he's going to make a comeback here. Started off down quite a bit after losing that big pot. Theo checks it. Wow, big bet from Ronaldo. If Theo can't be comfortable with bottom pair on this board. It's very scary. Any pair beats him. A 10 beats him. He does make the call. He needs to avoid a club or a 10. I guess they would chop the pot with a 10. So he's really hoping to avoid a club. Okay. Theo should win this hand unless he folds. But he's already put in most of his stack here. So he should not fold, especially for 13 chips. Has to call, and then he will win a very big pot and be right back in the game. I mean, you can't fold for 13. Theo. You have to. Oh, he raises. Oh, brilliant. I mean, okay, great raise. Ronaldo can't really call this with 9 high. He has plenty of chips, and he's also like been in it. They're just going back and forth with raising each other. Very interesting leveling here on the river. Obviously, Theo has to call. There you go. And Theo's going to double up, which is about the best situation that Theo could be in. That was a cool hand. That was a very cool hand to see how aggressive Ronaldo was. I mean, if you're Theo Von in that hand, you are not thinking that your jack is good there. Ronaldo really played it like a straight. You know, I thought he had a 10. All right, we got Jack 9 versus 7-8. So I like this. We're seeing a lot more raising pre-flop, a lot more kind of like action in these hands, which we did not see a lot of in the first tournament. So this is very cool. Oh my gosh, Theo is gonna flop the absolute nutter butters with the straight. I guess it's not the absolute nuts. Ace Jack would be the best straight, but my goodness, you are happy when you flop a straight. That looks amazing. Ronaldo doesn't really have much. They're gonna check it back. Theo is just hoping that Ronaldo like catches something. Oh my gosh. And Ronaldo's going to bet into him. Now the board does pair. So you start to be a little worried of like full houses. But you're still sitting really good with your straight. Theo Von at 100% to win this hand. He can't. Ooh. Ooh. Third king on the board. So that means any pair makes a full house. So your straight really goes down in value, but it's only 21 chips. Theo should call. Oh, he raises it. That's a... The problem with raising there is if you get re-raised again, it's like, you know, typically the person's gonna have a full house. Theo, just like that, man, coming back with the chip lead. Ronaldo called that hand with 8 high. I mean, I know. Okay, they said Ronaldo is going to be tight aggressive. That is not tight aggressive. That is very loose. They also said he was going to be creative. That's a little too creative. Calling that river with 8 high. I mean, you're playing the board. You're playing king, 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 queen, 10. Which, like, that's not it, brah. That is not it. So very, very bad plays from Ronaldo there. But if you guys heard the devs talking about it at the top of the stream, their learning engine has been training on like millions of simulated hands. And so tomorrow's matches should be mountains and mountains better than the play that we are seeing today. So I'm really, really excited to see how that play evolves. But I gotta be honest, the play today is very entertaining and very interesting. The first match that we watched, Kramer versus Trump, was far more speculative and like nonsensical. There's been a little bit of nonsense here for sure, but Theo is actually playing really good. I would say Theo is playing fantastic. Ronaldo is not playing the best right now, which is surprising. That was not my prediction. Neither of them have anything here. Theo is going to put Ronaldo all in, and thank goodness Ronaldo folded. He had like 3 high. Crazy bluff from Theo Von, but he was bluffing with the best hand. And like that, ladies and gentlemen, blinds have now increased to $1, $3. Queen 3 versus 410. Theo Von with a 58.7% chance to win the hand. Let's see the odds right now. The odds have Cristiano at 67%. Cristiano Ronaldo at 67%. Theo Von at 33%. If I was wagering right now, if this were live, I would go put all my money. Well, not all my money, but I would put a lot of money on Theo Von. He is clearly the favorite to win this right now. Oh, excuse me. Got a little yawny there. King 8 on the flop. The pot is only 18 chips. I mean, Ronaldo like still has a good chip stack. They're about even in chips. So it really is anybody's game. Theo is going to bet here. I like the aggression. Ronaldo's going to call, which is, I mean, 10-4. I like this music. Okay, Theo Von's gonna make another bet. Ugh, why am I so tired? My goodness. Theo Von's gonna bet 3 chips on the river. He's got the best hand with a queen. I mean, Ronaldo could call this just to see. Sometimes it's good to get information on what your opponent is doing. So when you can afford to make the call, like it's only 3 chips. It's like, okay, show me the hand that you've been making all these moves with. So you can kind of like get a sense of what that person is thinking. Ace Deuce versus 9-7. Once again, Theo with the better hand pre-flop. 56% chance to win here. Ronaldo going to complete the small blind. We're going to go to a flop. Let's see. Why am I so tired? Theo Von going to flop the best hand with a pair of deuces. Doesn't really change too much because Ronaldo was always looking for a 9 or a 7. So Theo's going to check it. Ronaldo's going to bet. He's in position. It's a good bet. There's an 8 on the board, so he could go running for a straight. Theo is going to call with his pair of 2s. What I wonder is, ooh, 2 pair aces and 2s for Theo Von. He's not going anywhere in this hand, and Ronaldo has to be careful because Ronaldo has been very aggressive, betting very big amounts, and he has nothing. And Theo Von has an incredible hand. 0% chance to win this for Ronaldo. So you just hope that he doesn't bet into this. Okay, Theo's going to bet 53. He's going to bet the size of the pot. If Ronaldo gets tricky here and raises, it would be very bad news for Ronaldo. Ronaldo is going to call on the river once again with 9 high, which is a horrendous call. Terrible call. These agents need to be trained quite a bit better there, because you're just losing money that you have no business losing. You're never calling the river with 9 high and being good. And so if I was like actually betting money on this on cash right now, you know, that's not what you want to bet on. That's not like the, you know, the odds that you want to see, because it's just so unpredictable. And it's also just like theoretically and fundamentally really bad. And so, like, yeah. Ace, queen, 8. Theo Von gonna flop the best hand with a pair of 8s. Ronaldo betting into it. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, another 2 pair. You know, 2 in Ronaldo's defense. Theo Von is running extremely good. This is like the 4th time that he's had 2 pair, and we're only 8 hands in. Every other hand, Theo Von has hit in 2 pair. Crazy. Oh my gosh, and he fills up on the river. Kings full of 8s. Wow. Wow. Feels good to have a full house. Ronaldo gonna bet 3. Theo Von gonna call. So Ronaldo got lucky there that Theo Von didn't raise. And Theo gonna win a nice little pot there, extending his lead significantly. He's got a 3-1 chip lead over Ronaldo, yet he has only 44% chance to win the entire tournament. So if you are on cash, there is some arbitrage there. Really good arbitrage opportunity. And that makes you wonder, that does make you wonder, how much money can we make, like, speculating on this? Because if the markets are going to be wrong and you have like a better sense of poker and a better sense of like how the AI agents are performing, you could potentially arbitrage that. Not financial advice, but clearly with a 3-1 chip lead, Theo Von is definitely a higher than 44% chance to beat Ronaldo. Ronaldo finally flopping the best hand here with queen 10. Theo Von going to make a very speculative call of 59 chips on the flop. He's looking for a queen, but little does he know that that queen would be a disaster for him. He's going to donkey bet 5 chips into 129 on the turn, which is actually a good bet. I like this bet. But Ronaldo is not going anywhere with top pair. He is, in fact, going to raise it. This is Ronaldo's hand to get back. Now, Theo Von should fold this. You know, Ronaldo has shown a ton of aggression. He should have the best hand. And Theo Von has nothing. But he is going to pretend like he has it all with a major bluff, putting Ronaldo all in. Ronaldo makes the call. Ronaldo is going to double up this hand. Theo Von can't win. Ronaldo right back in it. 484 chip pot, doubling up through Theo Von. So Theo Von's aggression there, his bluffing, really got him in trouble. Wow. Wow. What a change. Oh my gosh, Theo Von, pocket kings. Holy crap. Theo Von's run good continues. Oh, there's nothing better than like looking at pocket kings pre-flop. The only thing better is looking at pocket aces. Oh my goodness, we predicted it. We predicted it. We predicted Theo Von would have pocket kings right there. Holy crap. Wow, and there's the pocket aces. There's the pocket aces. What? No way. That's crazy. Okay. Theo Von's going to bet 51 chips. I mean, you don't love the aces, but because there's 2 of them, like you don't think Ronaldo has. Oh, and Ronaldo has a pair of 8s. Oh, this is going to be bad for Ronaldo. This is going to be bad for Ronaldo. Ronaldo has a pair. Typically, heads up, if you flop a pair, you're feeling good. You're feeling pretty good about your hand. Little does Ronaldo know, he is dominated. Ronaldo needs an 8 on the river. He needs an 8 to get the best hand. 95% chance to win this hand from Theo Von with the pocket kings. He's going to bet 10. Ronaldo's going to call. There's going to be 150 chips in this pot. Let's see what the river is. A 3 on the river. Ronaldo checks. Theo Von needs to bet big here. Needs to bet big. I mean, you could bet the size of the pot. 120, 105. He's going to bet 42, which I actually like that bet. It's like a third of the pot. Ronaldo should just call, but we've seen him do squirrely things like raise. Okay, he does just call. Theo's going to win a nice pot with pocket kings. Credit to Ronaldo. He is hanging in there while Theo Von has been getting the better of the cards. Blinds are now up. That was another 5 hands. So blinds are now 2-5. Ronaldo gonna raise it to 48, and Theo Von is gonna call. They both share the 5. Theo Von has a better hand with Jack 5 versus the 5-7. He's a 69% chance to win this hand. The pot is getting big. Wow, massive hand here. So Theo Von flops top pair with the jacks. Ronaldo has a gut shot straight draw. 7-8. He needs a 9 to make a straight. He is going to call the 100. Theo bets big. Ronaldo is going to call. This could be the hand. Theo Von's going to bet 25. Ronaldo now has a pair. Oh, Dangus, thank you so much, brother. 5 votes from Dangus. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. I hope you have a great week, bro. Ronaldo's going to raise it up with his pair. Theo is... I don't see Theo folding. Like I said, this could be the hand where they go all in. Theo Von could win it right here. Hand number 11. Unless Ronaldo hits a 9. Oh my gosh, he hit the 9. But there's a straight on the board. They're actually going to chop it. They're actually going to chop it. They both have a straight. 7, 8, 9, 10, jack. Unless one of them folds, they should be chopping this hand. What an interesting turn of events. Runner straight on the board. Now, what's interesting is going to be seeing how these AI agents react to a straight on the board. Also, we have to check this raising math here. What? Ronaldo folded? Oh my goodness. That has to be a mistake. Wow. Now, it's an understandable fold because if you're getting raised, you know, you're beaten by a queen. There was a flush possibility out there. Like, you would think that, you know, it could be easy. You're calling to chop. You're calling to chop, which is never what you want to see. But at the same time, I don't think it was much more for Ronaldo to call. That's the weird part. I think he made it like 83, and then Theo Von made it 90, which I'm not sure how that works because he needs to make it like 160. So I'm a little confused about that, but it looks like we're going to get all in here. Ronaldo versus Theo Von's Ace 8 versus King Jack, likely going to get all in. Ronaldo has the best hand right now, but he has been crippled down to like 40 chips. Theo should call this, and then he's going to be looking for a king or a jack to knock out Ronaldo in round 1 of the Series 2 tournament. He does hit the jack. and he fills up on the river, full house jacks full of 5s. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, 12 hands and it's over. If you took the over or under on 13 hands, the under won. Just like that, I said the tournaments don't go very long. Ronaldo had 2 folds, 17 raises, 40 calls. Very interesting stats. Theo Von had 0 folds. He did not fold whatsoever. 24 raises, 32 calls.
He did.
Let's check in with the host here.
That was an improvement. Regardless, we saw some of the probably additional 100 million hands helped him refine his kind of more defensive play style a little bit better. But yeah, luck certainly was in the favor of Theo today. Who knows? We might see the aggressive play style turns out better for Ronaldo, but unfortunately for him, that is the downside, is that he is not very much of a defensive player. He is an attacker. So everything that he does is focused on his ability to go strong and try to just go for broke every single time. And Theo was able to counter that pretty well with obviously some good hands, but also some erratic betting styles, which maybe even that alone was enough to throw off Ronaldo.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's not even like it was so crazily erratic.
It wasn't.
Obviously, we get to see everything. So, there were some that were just kind of, that did feel like for the lulz. Like, we're just gonna go in here. We're just gonna see. But there were definitely others that were logical. Like, a little drunken master kind of feeling there. Like, I'm gonna be a little crazy, so really that a little unpredictable, so that you don't know. But the smart moves were hidden amongst the bobs and weaves.
I agree with Stilts
it ended
here.
up working really well, and I think it still comes down to Ronaldo actually folded, I think, a couple times, and the one was very smart. He would have gone deep in the hole. Yes. And then the second one
was terrible.
Just buried him.
Yes.
Like, and I think that's the one thing that has kind of stuck around is the folding strategy is better now.
Yep.
But we saw this. I think Doppel Obama did it like once, maybe twice last week. This is like a really tragic fold. That when they should have just all in. So. And maybe we still need them to do another 100 million hands before we flesh out some of that. But
yes,
definitely
I
improved gameplay.
We
overall.
need like 500 million
I would
hands.
say we definitely might even have to go further than that and do 1 billion hands.
1 billion. 1 billion.
That
I
would
agree.
be the turning point. We'll finally figure out the ultimate folding strategy after 1 billion.
I know, right? I know. But that was really entertaining. If anybody got in their prediction on Doppel Theo, then well done.
Yeah, Theo crushed
pay
it.
off handsomely in testnet monies. Speaking of, I think I don't know if I got a chance to announce it yet, but I believe Cash officially announced their public testnet.
Sweet.
With potentially some fun little programs involved in that. Highly suggest you go to @cash_bot.
Okay.
Follow up on that.
Public testnet is live. The gates are open.
Great partner really helping us add all the prediction market stuff in here. So highly suggest you give them a follow as well. Now that this one is complete, that means we will go on to the next match tomorrow, which will be between Doppel Michael Saylor, the Bitcoin Maxi himself, and Doppel Greta Thunberg, the climate activist.
Very fun.
I don't think either of us have gotten to watch any of their gameplay or read up on them yet, but just like blind, what are your expectations?
I mean, you got to go Sailor.
Yeah, actually, wait. Also, we should. Oh, I'm trying to. I'm not sure why I'm not able to show anything on screen right now. Sorry about that.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, okay, and now I can.
There we go.
This back. Okay, sorry. We had a little bit of technical difficulty there.
Okay.
Yeah, so that we can actually see the
brackets.
bracket. I don't know, because in my head, I've been trying to, thus far at least, before actually getting any insight on how the games have been going behind the scenes, I've been trying to just base it off of, the kind of personality types. But for Sailor, I don't even know like what to assume.
That's so
Obviously, he
funny.
comes from finance, so maybe he'll have some sort of advantage there. Maybe Greta will be a little bit more, on the defensive side of things, which would likely match her personality. Which I'm starting to wonder if defense plays is actually going to be better. I feel like that's what we're going to end up seeing. Is that Sailor will likely be more of an aggressive, playing with big money, whereas Greta might be a little bit of a smaller, more defensive, reserved play style by comparison. But
See, like, that makes sense, but the problem is for poker and also poker strategies to be seen on display, you actually need a large sample size of hands, and you just don't get that in 10 hands, 15 hands. You're really not going to get it. Like, the best poker players used to battle out 10,000 hands, 25,000 hands. It's only over a large sample size, hours and hours and hours of play, and tens of thousands of hands where you actually see the emergence of skill, because there is so much variance within poker. Like, Ronaldo could be a much better player than Theo Von. We don't know because we only saw 11 hands. And Theo Von got pocket kings and, kept getting 2 pair. And, like, yes, he played well, but he also ran well. He got the better hands of the 12 hands, 11 hands that they played. And so, really, like, I'm not getting enough of the sample size to get their strategies here for it to even really be significant.
To join in for the stream, especially in these early ones where you're going to learn something about them, kind of figure out something, and then like today, if the game turns against the favorite, it's a good time to get your prediction in. And of course, when you're doing that, whether ahead of time or during the match, make sure you go to golden.trade. We'll have all of the information, including agent profiles, so you can actually go there and read about Doppel Sailor and Doppel Greta, kind of learn about them ahead of time, and it'll also have the market links as well. And then I've talked a lot. Why don't you take this one?
Oh yeah, I can just say, like you just said, yeah, doppelgames.co. Follow for the updates and join the wait list at doppelgames.co if you want to get more information about what's coming up, what's happening, what we're working on, what's next. And yeah, thank you to everybody for joining in for today's stream. We will see all of you hopefully for the next time. Make sure you keep a tab open, bookmark the upcoming cash market, get yourself involved for what's to come. And yeah, we'll see everybody in the next one. Thank you all.
We'll see y'all tomorrow. Cheers.
All right, guys, that is going to do it for today's stream. There you have it. Cristiano Ronaldo versus that dude. Even an hour later, I still can't stay Cristiano Ronaldo versus Theo Von playing Texas Gold'em Series number 2. Let's go back to the brackets here. So Theo Von will move on to Wednesday's winners match, and Ronaldo will drop down to the losers bracket. Tomorrow, as you heard the boys say, we've got Michael Saylor versus Greta Thunberg in their match. So make your predictions. Keep an eye out on Cashbot. Go follow Doppel Games. Check out the website. Very, very fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, Doppel Games, for hosting me, for sponsoring this reaction stream. Super, super fun. I mean, Theo Von played really impressive. He did run well, but, he's got to be a favorite to win the match, right? So very, very cool. One to watch. If you want to study up on his play style, you can go to goldem.trade. Goldem, GOLDEM.trade. Learn about his personality profile, learn about his tendencies, learn about his poker playing style, and make more informed decisions on the cash market. Trying to get that cash.bot. I'm sure they'll have a prediction market up for tomorrow. It doesn't look like this one is fully ended yet. Again, it is testnet, but it looks like there's 10 minutes left on this market. $43,000 in testnet funds wagered, predicted on this market. Theo Von at one point was a 33% dog. And as you can see right there, just skyrockets to 58%. But of course, we know that he won. And that's it. That's going to do it for the Iceman. Thank you, Doppel Games. Thank you, Doppel Ronaldo, Doppel Theo Von. Thank you, AE. Thank you, Ice and Dark, Dangus, everyone who came through the chat, showed some love. Tune in tomorrow for their match. And then I will be back on Wednesday's match reacting to Theo Von versus tomorrow's winner with my boy Brandon. Shout out Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. And should be fun. Should be a fun stream. All right, guys, my name is Icy Gaming. This has been another Gaming Daily, Icy Gaming Live. I appreciate y'all. We'll be back later today with our interview. Oh, we got to post the schedule. We got a really great interview with Ras Bacala from Corpo and Animate, talking about their games. So that should be fun. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Where's my outro? Where's my outro? Where's my mouse? There we go.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
My life is an opera. Look at